The Electoral Commission of Namibia has extended voting in areas where there were challenges after Wednesday's vote was marred by technical malfunctions and shortages of ballot papers. On the line, we have the SABC News International Editor, Sophie Mokoena. Sophie, this election really has not been smooth sailing by any means. What are all the steps that the authorities in Namibia are taking to rectify the situation?
Well, it has been very difficult to get hold of the Electoral Commission to get answers. And unfortunately, you just have to rely on statements, hard copies that they issued. And late last night, they issued a statement that voting has been extended in some areas, not all voting stations. And therefore, it has been staggered into 2 days. Some today and then tomorrow. And therefore, I think the problem, when I spoke to some of the political parties last night, they were saying that this is very problematic in a sense that they have demobilized their resources and their manpower in terms of the infrastructure of political parties that they deploy in polling stations, like your party agents and all of that, transport of party agents, the food. And they were saying it's going to be very difficult for them to be able to go and monitor or observe voting in those areas. And therefore, I think in terms of logistics, it's a problem, particularly for parties who don't have resources and they have used all the resources on voting day.
So what happens now? I mean, obviously, this is put a big spanner in the works when it comes to these elections, but perhaps you can talk us through what you believe. I know it's hard to get some communication out of it, but what happens? I mean, this is something that could be highly contested.
Leanne, I'm told this Electoral Commission, most of the officials, strategic ones, senior ones, are new, including the chairperson, the CEO, and there seems to be lack of experience in terms of running the elections. And you know, this thing of when you bring in new people, it's well and good to bring new people, younger people in any sector, but institutional memory is quite important. If you erase the institutional memory, the institution will collapse. And that's what happened. It looks like there was a wholesale change of the Electoral Commission and officials. And some of them don't have experience. Running elections is no child's play. You must have some people with vast experience. And therefore, secondly, the issue of transporting ballot papers. We are told that there are ballot papers, but in terms of their planning to transport such ballot papers, logistics were not properly planned. And secondly, this thing of people voting anywhere where they want or next to any polling station, even though you are not registered there, does create problems because you have 40 registered voters and only to find that 1,000 people turn up and they are registered. So clearly you don't have enough ballot papers. Maybe you had 100 anticipating that you need extra for 40 people should there be maybe some challenges. So I think it's planning. It's terrible planning on the part of the Electoral Commission. And this will not serve either the political parties that are in opposition or even the governing party itself. No one is going to benefit from this mess.
Well, I'll tell you, this is going to be one to watch. I'm Sophie, and thank you so much for keeping us updated and making sure that we've got everything that we need when it comes to information from Windhoek of those elections that have been taking place in Namibia, and just a big sticking point taking place at the moment. So let's leave it there for now.